Guys, this is Asia's weirdest country. Most popular cars, smartphones, movies, and music come from here. It feels like the country already lives in the 22nd century. This helper can deliver your luggage to your gate. This is insanely cool. Being rich here is the norm. See this? A Mercedes, a BMW, that's a Maybach S600. Even the homeless have their own courtyard and a special tent. I realize now that this man has better shoes than I do. Healthy way of life is a new religion. They grow their greens in the subway. Imagine that. Guys, we are in Korea, South Korea. I heard lots of prejudice about it, even legends. I'll test them myself. South Korea has many small things that serve people's comfort. Winter bus stop in Korea, you come in, the door closes, it's warm. You have chargers, some music video to watch for a bus if you don't want to look in the window. Crossroads have colored lights built in the road so the people will see the light even when they look on their smartphone. Many cities use that trick now. But the Koreans will never run across the road where it's forbidden, or if the red light is on, even if there are no cars. Just look at that. Anywhere else in the world, somebody would be running across. There are no cars, maybe one car per minute, or two cars. But no, if it's the red light, the Koreans would never cross. Never. See this. This is a pedestrian subway. Stairs up to the street, and this glass door, guess what it's for? This glass door, and this one too, well, it serves one purpose, to keep the fresh air inside the tunnel. In this tunnel, it's a regular tunnel, not a shopping center, just a way to cross the street underground. And they planted this garden here. Not just any garden. They chose plants that produce lots of oxygen to keep the air fresh. People can come here and just sit back and relax when it's maybe too polluted up there in the street. The only flaw with the everyday essentials in Korea, the apps with maps are unreliable. Your usual map service like Yandex or Google are useful in South Korea as regular paper map. The thing is, they don't build routes, neither for cars or for pedestrians. They can't tell you where you should turn left or right. They just show general directions. Go north, go south, and you try to figure out what the exact streets and turns are for yourself. Officially, it is because Korea banned export of any cartography. By the way, if when you leave the country, you'll take a map, it is a criminal offense. And the border control may stop you. Though I don't remember such a case in the last decades. The only service that works in Korea is local Kakao, as well as local Messenger and social network. This app doesn't function well with Latin letters. If you are fluent in Korean, it is not an issue for you. The Korean metro system has terrible directions, at least in Seoul. I realize that people who reside here will disagree and argue with me, but no, guys. It is my first time here, and I can tell that nothing is clear, and it is very easy to get lost. Take a look at the metro map. Try to figure something out, or just understand where you are. Letters are very small. The map just gets you more confused than before. This is the line I'm on right now. 21st century, guys, 2022, and this map is just printed on paper. So it doesn't show where I am right now. What is the next station? A paper map in Seoul, the modern ultra capital of the world. There are some electric screens, but they are useless. What is forbidden in the Korean subway? Drink water, carry your backpack on your back so you don't hit people talking on the phone Important, never show what's between your legs and don't cover it. Golden middle. That's directions for getting on the train. It shows your current station, the previous one, and the next. So you don't know where the line goes. You can't tell if this is the right direction or need to go the other way. Most signs are in Korean, naturally, so you don't understand a thing. You have to study the map in advance to see what stations are and learn your itinerary. That's the only way to understand which train you take. Honestly, in Venezuela, in Caracas, the metro is much better and easier to figure out than in Seoul. Unlike Caracas, though, the Seoul subway is absolutely safe. You won't get killed or even robbed.
You don't have street fights here. You don't have robberies. You don't have thefts. You don't have any crimes here. So you're like the generation of people who live in the circumstances where they have never met crime.
I mean, Korea, yes, that's right. We have less crime than other countries. I think that's true. But the only thing that I found interesting in Korea is that they only steal bikes. I don't know why.
Bikes?
Yes, bikes, bicycles.
Like these bicycles?
Yeah, literally I lost 3 times.
So
Even
they stole from you 3 times a bike?
Yes. And even though when I put the lock, they just cut the lock and they take it. Or they just leave the lock with 1 wheel and they take everything. I mean, this is quite.
Why? I left the MacBook on the railway station and nobody took it.
Yeah. If you let them to choose MacBook or the let's say $1 million and the bike, I think they will still choose the bike.
Okay, guys, if you're in Seoul carrying $1 million on a bike, please be careful. Your bike can be stolen.
Why do you wear masks in the street?
Actually,
You don't have to.
Yeah. Actually, we don't have to.
So
I'm not breaking any rules.
Actually, we don't have to, but I just got used to wearing masks. Not at home, but when we walk or because we have to go into somewhere, we have to wear it again. So it's more convenient for
But
me.
everybody, like, not 100%, but 98% of people in the street are wearing masks, even though they don't have to.
Yeah, they are. Actually, on the street, most of them are wearing still. I think because that, I think Korean people like to obey rules. I think it's quite important for Koreans. So I think they won't take it off until the government decide to you guys can take it off now.
Yeah, but actually your government told you that if you want, you cannot.
Actually, yeah.
But you want government tell you, take them off.
Maybe.
On average, Korean apartments are small. That is a regular one-room apartment. The bed is right behind the door. The street is there, and people sleep really close to it. There's no central heating in Korean houses. Each apartment has a control panel to set temperature. Korean houses have no radiators. Heat comes from the floor. The tubes are built into the floor. Sometimes it's electric, but usually it's tubes. Another thing about heat regulation. This is pure Korean ventilator. How is it different from any other? It has a timer. This is it. 2 hours is the maximum time it can work. The thing is that Koreans believe that ventilators kill. If you leave it on for the night, chances are you will die. Another pure Korean thing, a mobile surveillance camera that says, "Don't leave trash." They put it in places where people tend to leave a lot of trash. Seoul is rather clean, and people tend to be very tidy. But no, I'm wrong. People do leave trash, and it is clean in spite of this habit. The cleaners are very efficient. And places that attract a lot of trash, like this wall, get a surveillance camera. But people are not stupid. What do? They leave the trash behind the camera. Smart. A note in the Korean bathroom. It is forbidden to film, to distribute the recording, or you go to jail. The country suffers from an epidemic of spying cameras. Police find them in public bathrooms, hotels, gyms, fitting rooms. But the bank of the river is already North Korea.
Yes, yes. Very close, yes?
Yes. We've been driving for an hour, and we're nearing the Demilitarized Zone between North and South Korea. That's been no man's land for about 70 years now. There's a fence with towers along the road, but each year, more and more tourists visit the DMZ. Tourists from the south, of course. The territory next to the DMZ, right next to the North Korea, is now one big shopping mall. Small restaurants, cafes, a mall right there. So nice. Another one here. Some donuts here and right there. It's North Korea. Some amusement rides there, so you can come and just ride a carousel. This is the root difference between capitalism and socialism. Under capitalism, anything, even military conflict, becomes a shopping mall. In a way, it's great. I went to visit the border with my Korean friend Jae Go-hen. He served in special forces and was ready to enter the northern neighbor.
If a war begins, I must go into Korea on the planes. And then parachute.
You laugh when you say it. It's not funny, you know?
Right.
On the South Korea side, it does look toyish, even with plastic tanks and guns sold right here in the souvenir shop. The northern neighbor may look scary, but for the South Koreans, it is just something to watch on the weekend. Here, on the southern side, they have these huge digital binoculars with augmented features. I'm not sure if you can see it on video. They tell you what's going on the other side. There is Kaesong. I don't know if you can actually see. It does feel a bit weird, like people are visiting a zoo. As far as I know, on the other side, it's the same. Maybe their equipment is not that great, but they are watching us, and South is watching North. It's like a zoo on both sides. There, an officer there. We're looking at him, and he is looking at us.
We can see but we can't meet each other.
It's sad.
Actually, both Koreas have often been close to being united. In 1983, Korean Kim Il-sung offered to become closer. At the time, the countries were not so different, both politically and economically. The degree of democracy was questionable on both sides, with Kim Il-sung's dictatorship in Pyongyang and Chun Do-hwan's dictatorship in Seoul. These tunnels are one of the mysteries of the DMZ. This is the tunnel that goes from the north to the South Korea. 4 such tunnels are known, but South Korean authorities say there can be dozens of them. to send the spies in. In the 80s and later, North Korean leadership hoped to take Seoul by crawling into it underground. 10,000 soldiers can pass through this tunnel in an hour, carrying some light weapons. But now, in the 21st century, South Korea seems to ignore that threat. Part of the DMZ is now a regular work park, a place to relax, where you could forget that it is the border between two enemy states. If not for such amusing signs. See? No bombing. Don't bomb. Behind the fence, there are a lot of signs saying landmines. But in here, it's a bicycle lane. Some nice spaces. People come with families, moms with strollers. You can come here to rest. You can get a fancy coffee, flat white or latte. My head explodes. Here is a great bicycle lane, and there's the fence and landmines. Signs 10 meters from here. Are you afraid of North Korea?
A bit, because people have kind hearts. People are good there, but the mind is different. The situation is very different there. They're all being told bad things about our country. And we here are being taught that North Korea is bad. But I don't think that people are bad there. Their leadership, Kim Jong-un, he is bad. Everybody here dislikes him. What do regular people in the North think? Of that, I have no idea.
Guys, look at that. The bench is made out of zinc Patron boxes. Maybe it's a good way to use the memory of a war.
I'll be honest, 요준이 생각에 많아. It's dishonest to say that I've been feeling alive.
These guys predict future for Koreans based on their Chinese names.
Most of Koreans have Chinese names, Chinese meaning for their name.
Ah, wow, yes.
So we need to give them this, the Chinese name, and also our birthday, when we were born, what time, and then they read your, they do like a prediction.
Fortune tellers are found everywhere in the world, but they are extremely popular in Korea. The teenagers go to ask them who they should date and who they shouldn't.
I thought that young people don't believe that. It's like for
I mean, that
or older.
the thing is that if you have someone that you like, you guys go together. And they read for both of your relationships. So that's the most fun thing.
Arumi is the Korean who escaped Korea and then returned.
I was Korean, but I'm New Zealander now.
How did you become New Zealander?
So when I was young, my parents took me to New Zealand. So we migrated to New Zealand.
Why?
My parents, they had a lot of chance going overseas, and compared to Korean society, they wanted me to feel freedom, more freedom in school or like the culture. They wanted me to study less harder, maybe.
It is true that the Koreans worship education. At school, they teach the kids to study a lot, even too much. Not so long ago, the authorities had to ban kids' hobby clubs after 10 p.m. The kids had no time to sleep.
So in Korean society, it's very competitive. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to have a good degree. That's why Korean people are like studying hard when they are at school, and all the parents, they wanted their kids to be the best. So they are studying really, really hard from young age, even like 5 years old, when they go to kindergarten, they start speaking good English. So yeah, the Korean society is very competitive. So I think that's the energy for Korea to develop.
Your looks are important for your success. If you work for a company and somebody knows more than you do, but you are really good looking, this will be more important for your bosses.
You can get a job easier, I guess.
Yes?
Yeah.
For those who look better, they can easier get job.
Yeah, I think in Korea it's possible.
When kids graduate from school, parents give them a certificate for plastic surgery, and it is considered the norm. It isn't an offense for the child. They are always glad.
First thing to change are the eyes. They must be wide and have a second lid to imitate the European look. What is a second lid?
Double lid. You can't see any skin that's right above my eye.
I don't have it too, or do I?
No, you don't. He has it.
Show us the second lid. This is created with the surgery, right? That's the goal. Guys, do I have a second lid? I can't understand.
This is Nechen.
What?
Nechen. He was born with it.
The last couple of years saw a revolution. Natural, Asian, single lids are trendy now. It's called Musang Beauty.
Musang beauty. Musang means monolid.
It reminds a bit of the trend for natural hairy armpits for women that comes and goes thanks to the movies, and even made it to the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The head must be small. There is a compliment that literally means you have a small head, and it must be 1/8 of a person's height. Korean social networks are filled with this kind of images, where people prove they are beautiful by counting heads. There's another compliment, and it's very popular, that literally means you have good body proportions.
야이 비웃이나.
오늘은 do you have good proportions? We'll teach you how to measure yourself. You'll get praised.
Korean YouTube has videos with exercises to make your head smaller, and they get millions of views. Stretch your lips, throw your head back, and keep this position, or just pressing on your scalp with your bare hands. I wouldn't recommend these things to anybody.
The standards are very strict for your face shape. Your chin must be pointed, like in an anime. Pointy. Then your hair,
Wait, can I really change it? It's a bone. How do you
they grind it away.
grind the bone?
Yes, right here.
It's not easy like putting in tits. It's a bone.
They make the skin lighter with some. I forgot the name. Some sort of serums or something. They put something in your blood and the skin gets lighter.
Blood? It's not creams, it's blood.
You can't do it with creams and pills. But it's a long process.
In Korea, because plastic surgery is so common, you don't see bald men. Even one a day is a lot, and not every day. And they will be foreigners. Because many Koreans told me they have never met a bald man. Like the Thai have never seen snow. I asked my Korean friend to interview people in the street.
Hello, may I ask you a question? Have you seen a bald person in real life?
No, never. Not once.
Important detail, I was wearing a hat.
Have you ever seen a bald man?
Without any hair?
Right. No hair.
Yes, I think I have.
When was it? Do you meet them often?
It's hard to remember. Seldom.
And I took off my hat.
He's bald.
How very convenient. But cold.
Ask her how often does she meet bald men.
Not very often.
No, never.
I need to change my nose.
People said that to you. The Koreans asked why you didn't change it.
No, if you talk to a Korean, you'll hear, go to Singapore, get a nose job, brows, laser. You'll get a long list. As per Korean standards, I'm considered terribly ugly.
How's that?
I do use skincare.
A cream or...
Right, my skin is oily, it has issues.
Everybody does that.
I don't wear makeup. I have a friend who does, and sometimes he comes to visit and asks my wife for a lipstick. He carries a cushion, applies powder.
What's a cushion?
Cushion? What is it?
Like a powder thing.
Right, I think he uses foundation, then powder.
The Koreans seem to be drinking a lot, but they don't have drunk fights.
It's because I heard that for one hit, if you hit somebody, you pay that person about 1 million won for moral damage and for physical too. But I never had a fight here, and my advice would be to not fight. It's better to get hit than to hit somebody. Profitable.
Yeah, if you let them continue and then you get $1,000 for it, it is profitable to turn the other cheek. Interesting take on the Bible's teachings.
The fights are funny. They can stand that close and shout at each other. Spit. But no hits will follow. Who hit the first lost the battle.
Because he has to pay, right? No way out of it.
Yeah.
Self-driving bus. It is riding in the streets of Seoul. See? There's no driver, just passengers. And it goes on autopilot. The bus is small and it goes only in the downtown area. Korea has many interesting tech features. This robot will deliver your luggage to your gate. You see them in Seoul's airport. This is insanely cool. A robot that is carrying your luggage. I'm not sure how necessary it is. I could deal with many things myself or just take a usual cart. See? They are alive and well here. But it's more fun with the robot. This robot reminds me a bit about the Japanese multifunctional toilets that were invented in the 80s, when the Japanese ran out of valid tech ideas. By the way, those toilets with space-age controls had good sales only in Japan and Korea. So it is alarmed, doesn't know what to do, so I stop it. Stop, cancel. Thanks a lot, robot. I'll take it from here. See this, a Mercedes, BMW. Here it is, Maybach S600, and so on. The simplest car here would be Genesis, chief Korean luxury car. This is Gangnam region that gave its name to the Gangnam-style millionaires part of the town. You can see it on the roads. No car's cheaper than $50,000 here. And it's winter. People keep their Lamborghinis and Ferraris away from the snow. Fun fact, unlike most rich parts of the city, anywhere in the world, this one is not fenced. Anybody can come and look. Look at these houses. Apartments here cost hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, but they look like regular apartment buildings. Rich people don't put fences around themselves. You can come into their yards and use their playgrounds. Parents of those children have millions of dollars. The rich are not afraid that poor people will come and spoil everything. Even security officers don't interfere with my filming because there are no officers here. Even poverty in Korea has peculiar forms. This is how homeless people live in South Korea. Look at the tents. Appreciate the quality. This is sort of a lounge made of boxes. It has blankets to keep warm, all sorts of things. More blankets. Then there are trash containers. This is the hard daily life of homeless people in Seoul.
You live here.
You live here, yes?
I live here.
He sleeps under a bridge, but look at the conditions. He has a tent for rainy days or wind, cardboard, a mat, warm sleeping sack. All this is as clean as new. His laundry is drying. See how white the sneakers are. And he doesn't look like a homeless person. People sleep in the stairs on the station under a new blanket and a clean tissue to stop the light. And then the cool tracking shoes. This homeless man's shoes are better quality than mine.
When I was watching the movie Parasite, it's very popular, right?
Yeah?
They show that poor family that couldn't deal with their issues. When I came here, I couldn't understand why. Because it's so easy to get a job here. It is much easier to get a job in Korea than, say, in Russia. Once you start, you get the full salary from day one, your first minute. You can take extra time, but only if you want to.
Why then all those publications about Korea? How the people overwork big time, and then they become addicted to alcohol and kill themselves by jumping from the bridge.
It must have been a long time ago.
In our parents' generation, it was like that. But as the time goes, so nowadays it's not too much like that. Just normally they work like a 9 to 6, just like other countries, and it's more free now. So they don't have to like just beg on to the boss, and yeah, because now I think our generations things have changed. This area is called Hongdae. Hongdae is short word for Hongik University.
So it's like a youth district of Seoul.
Yeah.
These days, Korean teenagers go crazy for that kind of photo studios. Here, you can rent funny headbands and take a picture in the booth.
This is a big trend now in Korea, biggest trend.
Such places are everywhere. Sorry guys, I won't take a picture in that sort of thing. That would be shock content.
They have this kind of trend that they have maybe in 2 years. So all these Photoshops will be changed to another next trend. So it's always like that. Before it was like the claw machine, where you pick the dolls. That was everywhere. Now it's like photos. See? Here, next to it is another one.
Yeah. Whole street, yeah, so this photo
studio everywhere.
Typical Korean parents. We have, they always told me not to drink water while having food. I always had to drink water after finishing all the food. Something like that.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a typical rumor that they believe. I think Koreans love just believing the rumor. just like they're saying that if you put the fan on while you're sleeping, you'll die. It can get you killed. If you cut your nail at nighttime, and ghost will come, something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shopping places are incredible. I realize you can't surprise anybody with great variety of food, but here in one place you have many kinds of meat or fish, but also crabs that are alive, and they cook mussels for you. There are like 20 restaurants in here where you can eat the same things. Here they make sushi and sashimi, and the prices for them are amazingly low. It is very cheap. They have a fruit bar where you can make your own smoothies. It's like a city. This supermarket is on a sky-high level. Sasha takes me to his apartment. It is the common lodging in Korea, one room.
It is 370,000 won per month, about $340. It is one room with everything. A fridge, that's the difference. The fridge is in the bedroom. There's a balcony and then a tiny kitchen. Plan can be different, but in essence, it is all the same.
And that's the bathroom. We won't go there.
Yeah, toilet and a shower. What I like a lot about Korea is that they don't have radiators. They make heated floors. This is the control panel, both for the floors and the hot water. Many people come having no money at all. I know people who come with $100 or $200. They live in the cheapest motels for $20 or $30 per day. And on their first day, they earn $100, then more. And in a week, they have a long-term rent and live like that.
That sounds like the easiest immigration I've heard of. South Korea.
Maybe. I have nothing to compare to.
You come with $200, earn $100 each day?
You know, it's been 2.5 years, and I'm bored. I want to leave. I want to go to America. It gets boring. Maybe I'm too spoiled, but I'm bored.
Would you go to live in Korea, the country with so many contrasts, where people advance newest technologies and then put on traditional clothes and walk around the city? Because that's what their ancestors did. There's no crime, but people do not always obey the laws. It is easy to get a job, but it can turn you into an alcoholic. Send me your comments. I answer myself. Subscribe, because it's time to move on.